Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem HaKadosh. Shalom to the one that is Hebrew Israelites. Okay, Zechariah 13:8, which are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, as well as bloodline. Who are still pressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50:33, but to whom shall they belong the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of God, and the promises according to the book of Romans chapter 9 verse 4, Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen princes walking as servants upon the earth, okay, for those who don't know, and servants upon horses, okay. Yeah, to the spirit, this will not be a long video, but you know, basically a video that is really on point, and I call it, you know, the lack of, doesn't mean that's the title, but I call it the lack of social media. The lack of social media, okay, in the brotherhood, okay, I call it like that. Yeah, because some brothers don't have social media, some brothers have social media, some brothers have it a little bit just to be on there, which means you can find them, maybe even to their phone number, but you will not see any photo of them, you will see not any data of them. Then you have a privacy setting. Sometimes you don't have the brother doesn't have a privacy setting, but no posts. It depends, okay? It depends, because as we know from the scriptures, okay, Yahushua said even, you know, don't take them out of the world. So of course we are in the world, okay? And it might even be that you are at in some photo at your company, okay, where you don't even work anymore, okay. These things might be, okay, where you signed, you know, that it's not a problem, basically, you know, because you wanted to be in a good relationship, not being the only one out of 30 people saying, oh, I don't want to be in a newspaper, you know, and all that, you know. So it's not like always that easy to keep your life private, and that's the scripture right there, Matthew 5:14. Ye are the light of the world, a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Can't. So what we know also to the scriptures, roughly paraphrasing, okay, that everyone that really follows Yahushua, okay, will suffer persecution, which persecution comes in different ways, okay, and one way of it is that, like, you know, I say it again, because in the end it's still always, and of course Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay, you cannot flee from persecution, basically, and you know, and if a brother doesn't want to have social media, that's even a good thing, actually, okay. That's not, I don't say you are not allowed to be on social media, okay, but if you're on social media, you know, you don't want to you know, you don't make yourself basically a target in your company, because your company, most likely, as far as I know, okay, they will check, you know, you have your CV, right? So they will check if they find anything about you, maybe in the internet or with your telephone number that is on your CV, most likely, or hopefully, you know, they will check, okay. So one way is, okay, they will think like, oh, you know, I don't want such a dude in my company. The other way is, okay, he might be a little bit, you know, this and there, he might be a Christian, he might even, I don't know, okay, he might even have something that really talks to that man or woman. Oh, this might be somebody who is you know, a little bit involved in preaching. It doesn't matter, and we don't know, okay, okay, but don't make yourself a target more than needed, okay, because there will be persecution, there is already, and there always will be, okay. But okay, people can find you, okay, to the information that you give them, okay. Are there hackers? Yeah, there are hackers, but Yahweh Hashem Shai is protecting us, just as far as there is no, I don't know, okay, no, which could happen possibly, but there's no van, okay, I don't know, okay, picking you up, which doesn't mean you don't have to be careful in the night especially, okay, but there would, let me say it like that, for some borders there would be already a van picking you up, let me say it like that, okay, and I don't mean a van, that you drive with your ticket, okay. So all these things, are possible, of course, it is possible for you to have social media, but is it necessary? No, okay. Is it necessary to think about what you post there, because posts are available for the public? Yes, okay. Okay, so if you keep these things in your mind, then it will all be good in the end, because sometimes you just, like I said, you just have Instagram or TikTok just to use it, right? Okay, I can't imagine, actually I can't imagine, okay, not looking up the platform TikTok like every 3 days or so, And there are phases in my life where I go on TikTok more, sometimes every day, but sometimes, not too long, because you don't want to be on TikTok every time. Doesn't make sense, okay? There is no knowledge really coming out of TikTok, okay? Because really, if you want to get the knowledge, then you have to, go into the scriptures, of course, okay? Like there are longer videos on TikTok and all that, and you have to, you don't have to go on YouTube, to watch the content that you really wanted to watch on TikTok and all that. So really, what you wanna do is, okay, you wanna get information from articles, from YouTube, from TikTok, maybe, Instagram, maybe not so much. Instagram, if you go into it, really was a platform to post photos, doing art and stuff, but for example, I have pictures that I wanted to use on Instagram, but I wasn't posting them, okay, because they have certain things where I say, doesn't, they are just how they are, and it's not against the scriptures, but still I don't want to have them on Instagram, because the scripture talks about giving more offenses than needed, okay. So Satan looks for every last thing to to bring it before the Lord, to accuse you, which is the accuser, okay, Satan. So what you want to do is, okay, you want to keep it as short as possible, okay, and only what is needed, okay. Okay, maybe you do sports, okay, you post a little bit sports on there, okay, because maybe, like I said, some people even make their money with sports, okay. So a lot of things, like I said, we walk to this, we go to this world, we not like isolated, right? Which isolation is really a bad thing, okay, if you go into it, what isolation really means when it comes to a social brotherhood, which is the most important thing, okay. Isolation is not good, and this world even has employees, people, you know, working staff, that has to do with that, that maybe not necessarily that studied that, because really I think, the classic university, I don't know if it's really needed to be a social person. And some people are just, are just a little bit more social, maybe some people a little bit less social, but really it depends on what the definition of social really is. We will not go into that. But I believe that you really have to be careful, okay, who you're around with, okay, and also you have to be more, your mindset has to be more on seeing the borders. If you're, for example, living a little bit more away, okay, you have to visit them that one time more. Okay, all these things are good, but also they will be needed in the future. Okay, in the future, I don't say you have maybe like for example, you first want to check your life. Okay, you want to check your situation. Okay, before you always talk about every little last thing with the borders, right? That's not needed. And yeah, that's not needed. So of course, being over righteous, is not good. Okay, but still you want to make sure, just even to see somebody is a good thing. Even to see somebody is actually sometimes even the minimum. Okay, even the minimum of seeing somebody can make differences. Okay, I see it everywhere. Okay, just to, for example, okay, I give you another example. Okay, you wanna do a new sports like what I went to the last months, right? I just wanted to look how they do the training, how long they do the training. Okay, how like I said, how they do the training, but also how they how the times are that where the training sets in, on what day and all that, right? And this is what I first want to so I can calculate, in my life, is it possible for me, besides my job, to go to that sports and all that, right? Because of course you want to first have a job. You want to first look if the job that you have, if it really fits, with the sports that you do, right? So really you have to maybe even change your sports team, the maybe the city, okay, also, okay, where you do that specific sport, a specific kind of sport, it all needs to be the second priority, because first priority is always making money, which you only can make money first and foremost if you are employee. Okay. And there are people, who are here in Germany, for example, that is very common here in Germany, for example. Okay, people are selbstständig. Okay, you have a lot of self-employed people. Okay, which you can make money. I was doing that already. Okay, not in a not big time, but you know, that big company over there. No, but I was doing it basically, you know, let me say like that, a little bit things on my own and all that, right? But here in Germany, it's, you know, more common than in other countries to some extent, and it depends, okay? But doesn't matter how you do money, okay, as long as it is legal and you have enough money to pay your bills and have, you know, the usual order in your lives, okay? I don't say you have to be out if you are 18, okay, from your home. Okay, that's not what I say, especially if you go into the statistics, okay? If you really can trust them, then people are at home to save money in these days because, you know, the inflation and all that, and, you know, it's better to move out when you're ready, not, you know, just like in war, right? Sometimes you go back, you know, from what you do because it might be the wiser situation. Okay, what I mean is before you move out, you want to make sure you have enough money for that. Before you yeah. So basically, before you move out, okay, you want to have something where you can say, oh, that's what I planned. Okay, you don't want to do anything without a plan. I had to learn that also. Okay, I had to learn that also. Okay, but you know, but like I said, different chapters in different books. Okay, because every Buddha is a book, and the only one that can open their book, okay, is Yahweh Shai, and we will have a hard time, okay, until he comes back. Okay, anyway, okay, we will have a hard time until he comes back anyway. Okay, because he's the book of the books, okay, and the servant cannot be greater than his master. Okay, let me get that real quick. Servant greater his master. Okay, it's not possible, possible, okay, to not have a hard time until Yahweh Shai comes back. Okay. 24, okay, verse 24, Matthew 10. The disciple is not above his master, okay, nor the servant above the Lord, his Lord. It's like it. It is enough for the disciple, you see, that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Khan. Last video that I checked was from a brother, you know, the title was Salakia, the title was yeah, the prophets are not really, you know, well, how is it, you know, well liked, you know, and all that. Okay, the prophets in these last days are not, you know, sometimes you have really, you know, sometimes, let's be honest, you really think that you are liked, you know, people really like you and they even think you are a prophet and all that, you know, and you know, different kind of stuff where you think like, what is it that these people know, you know? And on the other hand, okay, you have always the right and the left hand. You think like they have to really hate me, okay? So it's a balance in the end to keep it how it is. Okay, 26. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. Okay, if you're not, you know, then goes to fear not them who can kill the body. Yeah, a human being can kill your body. Okay, just me tomorrow. Okay, going to work. Really, somebody could show up and kill me. Okay, it's what it is. You know, it is what it is, you know. Yeah, your heads, your hairs of your head are all numbered. Yeah, so basically, you know, let's keep it, like I said, short, and try to, let's go back real quick, try to see it for what it really is, okay? Because if you are what the Bible is teaching you to be, okay, if you are what the Bible is teaching you to be, then guess what happens? People see it, that you want to be, you want to be, how can I say, if somebody asks you, for example, oh, I'll give you 200, here in Germany we have euro, I'll give you 200 euro, okay, so you can write that company that you never saw, that you never saw that that dude, okay, pushing the knife into the other dude's belly, right? Just an example, I really don't have anything else, right? People see that you are not the dude who says like, oh, I do that, okay, not 200, maybe that's not really likely. Let's say a little bit 20,000 or something, little bit 20,000, little bit 25,000, little bit 30,000, little bit 35,000, okay? It goes on. It doesn't matter. It depends of the level of what happened really, okay? In what story really, and what are the the story of the human that are involved, the humans, okay? Or the Jakes. Okay, you have that all day in the web business, basically, I believe. Almost likely. Okay, so people see, okay, that at least, let me say it like that, at least they see that they can't do that with you to some extent, all things that they do with other people. People see these things, okay? And I don't talk necessarily about your working place, okay? I talk about in general, if you, for example, you want to make new friends somewhere because of your sport, because of your hobby, okay, you always see it, okay? They see, oh, why is this dude not smoking weed with us, okay? Why is this dude, I don't know, why is just you smoking no cigarettes is in some circles, it's really a problem already, okay? Like, it doesn't matter, again, what example I bring, it's always the same outcome, okay? It's always the same outcome. A little thing can be a lot already, depends on in which circles you are, okay? Even my sister, for example, she had contact with people that that asked her why she sees, I don't know, but they asked her about trans people, what she thinks about trans people, and a little bit here and there, because she was at some party or something. And guess what? She said it not maybe the way how they wanted her to say it, right? I think that's what she wanted to tell me. And and that is already a problem. Okay, that is already a problem. Because there's still a difference between people who don't like trans people, but they are not in the truth. Just an example, But there are different things where you see that, where you see that there is no way. Sometimes there's no way to hide what you're involved in, man. Okay, and it will get crazier, man. It will get crazier. Okay, it will come to the point like the Bible tells you already, man. Okay, you cannot buy or sell without that ammo, and you know what? Okay, And that will be the ultimate chapter of that book right here, man. That will be the ultimate chapter. Can't. Okay. So sooner or later is what I mean. You can't hide. Okay, you can't hide what you can't hide. Like it says here, man, cannot be hid. So with that, Shalom and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Mitzvah.